Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. And I know what you need to start your day with. I know what you need right now. You need a wonderful cover of a Village People tune. That's what you need, okay? And I found the right people to do it, too. There's these Italian musicians known as the Melodica Brothers. And they're known on YouTube, apparently, because they got a lot of quirky covers of pop tunes that they do. I have never heard of these guys until now.
This is the first to me.
Yeah. So they've decided to apply their musical stylings to the Village People's YMCA. And what they've done is they've imagined it as a very sad ballad.
Oh, boy.
Young man, there's a place you can go. I said, young man, when you're short on your door, you can stay there. And I'm sure you will find many ways to have a good time. It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
What's wrong with these guys?
YMCA.
All right.
They have everything for young men to enjoy. You can hang out with all the boys.
All right.
I feel like this would be like in a Quentin Tarantino movie where like someone's nose is being chopped off or something along those lines. Like it just sounds serial killer-esque.
Yeah, you know what, Steve? I think that I would dig it if it were, in a movie like that.
Yeah.
With something like that, they just need to change the stay to slay. It's fun to slay at the... because murder is slay.
We have to go to our resident serial killer in order to really set the stage.
That's very true.
Was that an overshare? Sorry.
What are they called? The Melodica guys or whatever?
Yeah. Melodica. Hey, it's the Melodica.
Melodica.
Melodica. Oh, thank you, Vicky. I don't know how to pronounce words that I don't understand.
So I was going to say, it's more like Malacaca.
Oh, so not a fan, huh?
Oh. It was all right. I'm not going to say I didn't hate it. I actually liked it better than the actual song because I'm okay living life with never hearing YMCA again. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah. Though I will say that it brings back a lot of weddings. It seems like...
So what, you want now these guys to do a slow version of the chicken dance?
Yeah. Oh, now you're talking.
Yeah. I don't know. There's no words, really.
Yeah, good job,
the
though.
celebration song.
Oh,
yes.
So, what the hell is it? Celebrate the good time. Great good time.
Come on.
Right?
Come on.
That would be so weird.
Yeah.
And one time I didn't hate it. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think it's better than the original. But I don't know if I want it in my life.
I didn't hate it. You know what? I mean, we'll take that. We'll take that as a positive review, especially if we're on the internets. We'll take that. Wow. Yeah, well, there you go. Melodica is the name of the fine gentleman. See what else they're doing on YouTube and how they take other songs and do stuff to them. Hey, listen, you know what I mean? You know, you got Leo on one side, you got Melodica on the other side. That's really what's happening here.
Like one person said, YMCA now stands for Young Men Cry Alone.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's my ballad. Yeah, right.
It really is. Yeah, the song for Danny.
You imagine having a party and popping that one on? That's how you get people out of your house.
Good call.
Is that the closing time song right there?
Yes, because if you play Closing Time, I'm like, I love this song. I'm going to stick around till the end. You start that one, I'm like, all right, guys, it's been nice.
Either that or
Yeah.
you're just going to have everyone fall asleep on your couch.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got to be careful. Hey, we got a mom that shows up to her daughter's school with a boxing glove glued to her hand. Oh, and beats up a student. Steve will tell you all about it. He's got the Migs report for you at 6:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
If you're hearing an informative newscast right now, well, then you must not be listening to BJ and Migs. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, guys. Thanks to Kia Pure for giving us the Migs report. And today is the day to enjoy yourself a waffle. It's International Waffle Day. So even if you're in Canada, you can enjoy a waffle today.
Yeah.
I don't know
Waffles
what
are
kind.
good.
Do chicken and waffles.
Okay. Yes.
You could put a couple scoops of ice cream on a waffle, or just get ice cream with a waffle cone.
That's what I was thinking. But
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Or we get some of them toaster waffles already made, and you just pop them in the toaster, pops up, boom, slather some peanut butter, some maple syrup, and some bananas, and I'm good to go.
Whoa, look at you. This is out of control.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm doing the old Belgian waffle. I've been lately getting that at Jay's Cafe in Bothell. And
Maybe you've heard of Jay's Cafe. Have you?
Yeah, it's a good little joint that's been there. I don't know how many years, but it's like one of those old school breakfast places.
Yep.
Oh, it's like a neighborhood place, so it's like where maybe the locals go. So I go in there, and now I'm a local. Now I'm a regular.
Nice. Can we all agree that waffles are superior over pancakes?
yes, absolutely.
Okay.
100%.
All right, I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. I know sometimes we don't see eye to eye on things, but I'm glad that we see eye to eye on that.
Yeah, if I had to choose, I like both, but if I had to choose, man, the only honorable exception goes to the Chinese pancake at Vula's Offshore Cafe.
Well, yeah, but that's like a pancake on steroids.
Exactly. That's where they've decided, okay, you want to see a pancake that's a pancake? We'll show you a pancake.
All right, let's head on over to Jacksonville, Florida. There's a woman by the name of Edith, and I don't know if she's Mom of the Year or Idiot of the Year or both, but she was not happy with, I guess, her daughter's rival, because, some kids have rivals at school. So what did she do? She showed up to the school and beat that student up. But the crazy part was that she showed up to the school with a boxing glove on.
Okay.
And said that she couldn't take the boxing glove off because, well, it was super glued to her hand.
Oh, of course, yes.
This story's really weird, and I'd rather, instead of me giving you all the details, how about this local TV news reporter had a report on this, and I just love the way how they described it. You got it? Yeah. You promise?
A mother showed up to her daughter's school wearing boxing gloves. Police arrested Edith Riddle after they say she got into a fight with another student at DuPont Middle School. The police report states that
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Riddle told school leaders the glove was super glued to her wrist and she couldn't remove it. The victim had bruises on her knees and her forearms.
And Edith was signed to the UFC for a 3-year fight contract.
I'm really disappointed in that newscaster.
Why is that?
Well, because he could have said, it's puzzling as to why Edith Riddle did this. I mean, you know what I mean? It's perfect with her name. With her name, why didn't they go there?
Yeah, Riddle. See, I was thinking wrestling because, there's a UFC fighter that's now in the WWE, Matt Riddle. There maybe is a relationship with them. I don't know. She's doing her best Riddle impression.
Could very well be.
Imagine someone showing up to school, a mom, and she's got a boxing glove on. I might just, move out of the way. I'm like, I don't know what's going on with this woman, but she's got a boxing glove on.
I used to live in Jacksonville. Charming place.
How did they get super glued? If it was super glued. Maybe she's making that up.
You know what? With her, I'm not sure exactly what to believe about the story, except that when she's mad about her kid, she's going to go beat somebody up.
Well, let's head over to Kansas, where one woman came up with a very interesting excuse for speeding. She was driving 149 miles per hour on a highway in Kansas.
Oh, boy.
That's twice the speed limit, right?
Okay.
So the cops pull her over, and what the hell are you doing? Why are you going 149 miles per hour? And I mean, she gave a very honest answer, I believe, but it's not going to get her out of trouble. She said, I'm sorry, I thought I was only going 128 miles per hour.
Okay, so that's a fair answer. Yeah, I mean, 128, come on. I mean, that's not 140. I mean, yeah.
I don't know how much the ticket was for, but she did get a ticket. I got to imagine that's for a lot of money.
Gosh, I feel like that should be in 4-figure territory.
You think?
Oh, yeah, come on.
I would definitely say 500. But I don't know. I've never driven that fast.
I mean, if you're doing double the max speed limit, because usually 70 is the max in a lot of places, and you're doing double the max, you got to be into 4 figures. I'm sorry, right?
I think BJ's right on this one because I was going 30 over in California one time, and my ticket was $540.
Woo! Oh, okay.
And that was only 30. I think it was 30 over.
But what was the speed limit there? Because it was if it was a 30 mile per hour zone, you were going 30 over. I could say, all right, I get that.
No, I was on the highway, so I was going 90 and a 70.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, she need for speed, Danny V.
Wow, look at that. And that was 500 just for that. You gotta think it escalates when you're doing double.
Well, if any rockaholics have driven over 100 miles per hour and been pulled over, I'm curious.
There we go.
Let us know what your speeding ticket was. We need to get to the bottom of this, BJ. And while we're waiting, let's talk about this football player by the name of Marcus Hooker. He plays for Ohio State. He's a safety, and he got in trouble. Now, fortunately, he didn't get in trouble because of his last name, but he got in trouble because, he was behind the wheel while drunk. He wasn't driving technically at that moment because he was passed out in a McDonald's drive-thru.
What?
And how about they were trying to wake him up? He was so out that they started shaking his car. They blasted the siren on the police car. Eventually, what they had to do was break the window. And, of course, they have the chest cam. So they caught it all on video. And here's the police officers trying to wake up this player for Ohio State football.
Is the car unlocked? Is his foot on it? The brake?
Yep.
Man, I was hoping for something else. Hey, big guy! Hit him with a little whoop whoop for me.
A little whoop whoop.
Never seen a guy this out, man. I don't want to break.
Never had to break his glass.
I think so. Grab him. I do too. Still not woke.
Whoa. How about that? They break the glass, he's still not awake.
Wow, dude, that's a blackout.
Yeah. I like that she refers to the siren as a whoop whoop.
Yeah.
Give it a little whoop whoop. Whoop whoop. She might be a juggalo on the side.
It's very ICP of her.
That's what I was thinking too.
What if cop during the day, juggalo at night? Whoop,
yeah.
Whoop. Officer J. Violin.
Nice.
Whoop whoop. All right, and I don't know if you guys were paying attention yesterday. It was all over Twitter talking about this NHL referee that was just fired.
Yes.
Man, It sucks for this guy. He's like 2 weeks away from retiring. He's well loved by the league, by the players. His name's Tim Peel. He's an NHL official for a long time. He was in the middle of a game between the Nashville Predators and the Detroit Red Wings, and he's caught on mic because the refs now in the NHL, they're doing the whole, when they call a penalty, they turn a mic on so you can find out what the penalty is for, similar to the NFL. Well, his mic was hot, and he was talking to one of the other guys, I think one of the linesmen, talking about how he wanted to get a penalty early on one of the guys on Nashville. It's sometimes in the world of the NHL, they do makeup calls, or they do calls to kind of set the tone of how the game is, if there's a lot of chippy play going on. So I think that's what it all boiled down to, but that's something that's kind of not admitted to. And so here he is on hot mic, and this is what happened.
It wasn't much, but I wanted to get a f***ing penalty against Nashville early in the...
And now, they cut out the mic rather quickly because of the F word, and also because he's admitting to getting a penalty early. That would maybe not worthy of a penalty. He was fired by the NHL yesterday, and he's been with the league since 1999. As a hockey fan, this is just something we all know that's what they do. They do makeup calls. They do this from time to time to kind of keep, sometimes there's a bad call was made. So you expect next time one of the team that got the benefit of the bad call, they're probably going to get a call against them in the near future for something that maybe wouldn't, warrant a call. So it's a tough one, though, but you don't want to do that on a hot microphone.
Yeah, and Steve, this is what's really happening in a lot of sports is we are seeing the underbelly, and they're trying to hide from it, but they can't. I think we're all savvy enough to know that this stuff goes on, and yet they still pretend like, oh, no, it doesn't. He was way out of line.
Yeah, I don't know if firing him was... I feel like a suspension, sure, but...
I can live with a suspension, sure.
Because, you got busted for doing it, but man, I feel like every NHL official is probably doing what he's doing. They just didn't do it on a hot mic.
Exactly. You're absolutely right. And, to me, it's such a hypocritical situation.
Yeah, well, and again, 2 weeks away from retiring, or a couple of weeks away from retiring.
See, that's even worse. I hope at least he gets his retirement. Even though he gets fired, I hope they give him his retirement.
Could you imagine that if he didn't?
Yeah, come on.
All right, as far as weather, we got 50 degrees, we got some rain. That's the Migs Report, thanks to Beacon Plumbing, Heating, and Mechanical, and that's what's up, BJ.
I don't know if you've seen...
we got someone that said how much they got a ticket for. They were doing 123 miles per hour on 405. And a Ford Probe, haha. Negligent driving in the second degree. It was $1,200 ticket, and my license got suspended.
Wow. Yeah, that's a lot.
Right.
That's, when you go over 100, I think you're in big trouble.
One guy said, my buddy and I, we were pulled over in California on our motorcycles. Officer said the helicopter was following us, and our average speed was 124 miles per hour. We would have gone to jail, but since we didn't run, we got an $875 ticket.
I have seen vehicles like that I'm like, I wonder how fast they're going because, look, I'm going with the speed of traffic. Maybe I'm going a little faster. And sometimes, I don't tell anybody, but sometimes I hit 80.
What?
And cars fly by me, and I'm like, how fast are they going that they went by me that quickly if I'm near 80? Yeah, and I'm thinking I'm probably seeing some 120 people.
Absolutely. And my favorite, though, is then fast forward 3-4 minutes later, and then all of a sudden you just see there's a car pulled over to the side, and it's that car. Like, sucker.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I want to say, though, I did this many years ago. Of course, I now drive the speed limit. And I've been doing that for probably a decade now. So that was a very old story, older than the statute of limitations.
Oh, that's BJ. He's a bad boy.
Well, hey, listen, you know what I mean? You put me behind the wheel of that Hyundai Santa Fe, baby. And I have a need for speed. I'm like Danny V, baby.
Someone said, what the hell was the person driving? My car stops at 110. I don't know what my car would stop. My car is not going that fast. That's all I know.
I don't even know what a Ford Probe is, but it sounds
it's a little hatchback.
So and they can go 120?
I guess.
It's good for that Ford Probe, because like Steve said, I don't know if my car goes over 110. At least in the speedometer, unless they were can you wrap it around and you going 10 again? I don't know. I have no idea. I have again because it's been
maybe
a lot.
Downhill. If you're going downhill, you can hit 110, BJ.
That's what it is. Yeah,
you should try today.
Yeah, totally. I know. Again, it's been many years since I've now drive the speed limit. Thank you.
Now that person, though, $1,200 ticket and got their license suspended.
Yeah, that's you know what? They don't want you to do that stuff. That's what the message I'm getting is they don't want you to do that kind of stuff. Whereas Danny, they're going to go, hey, you keep it up, Danny. We'll just keep getting money out of you.
Yep. So it's like, DJ, don't lie. You're doing 45 in the left lane. I know who you are.
That's worse, man.
Wow. You know what? I mean, listen, I may not be the fastest guy, but I'm also not the slowest guy. And I'm also I get out of that left lane. If I see there are people behind me, I get out.
Yeah.
Even if I feel like I'm doing fast enough. Here's the thing, when you're in the left lane, if somebody's on your tail, no matter what you think, you're not going fast enough. I mean, I think that's the rule. So you get the hell out of that extreme left lane.
Oh, so you're not one of those people that purposely then slows down to teach them a lesson?
No, there's no lesson to be taught.
Oh my God, I never understand that mentality. You want to pass me? Go ahead. I'm in no rush to get where I'm going, so I don't care.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. So, I mean, I'd say you're right, Steve. What's the point? Look, somebody wants to go faster. I am in the passing lane. They want to pass me. I really am the idiot in every situation I can think of if I don't get out of that lane. There's just no way I'm the winner there so you got to move over.
I mean, sometimes then you see the person that's like that guy, like they slow down or they try and box you in with the other car next to you. And you're just like, what is going on in your day? Like, this is such a big deal.
That's
Someone
the big
wants to
win.
pass you, let them pass you.
You know what they say? You got to pick your battles, and that person's like, this is the battle I'll win. I win no other battles in my life.
I mean, when you go home and you're like, hey, babe, how was your day? It was great. I totally slowed down this guy who wanted to get past me.
Oh, I feel like you've been eavesdropping on my special conversations.
Oh, is that the sexy talk there?
Yesterday, Rev, he said that Steve got this one right, but he missed a word.
With the government agency, what does FBI stand for?
Federal Bureau of Investigators.
No.
Federal Bureau Investigators.
No.
What was the question?
With the government agency, what does FBI stand for? You just said the same thing twice.
Federal Bureau Investigation.
Yes.
Yes.
Rev was just done with me.
He was just done. Even though you forgot the word of.
Yes.
He was like, I don't care. You get it right. What do we... Well, either we don't need words. What do we need words for? Oh, but if you want to beat Steve, well, you're going to need your words. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 647 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. If I can't afford to pay my bills, how am I going to afford attorneys and bankruptcy fees?
One of the things people ask me all the time as a bankruptcy lawyer is that how am I going to pay all these fees and costs because I'm here because I can't afford to pay my bills? And of course we understand that. I mean, being in the bankruptcy field. But one of the things to remember is that if you decide, once you make the decision to file bankruptcy, you can stop paying on all of the creditors that are going to be included in the bankruptcy, and those are the funds that you can use that you have been paying your creditors to pay your attorney fees and court costs to get your case filed. And once your case is filed, you're not going to have most of those payments anymore.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.